Ladies and gentlemen, I woke up today to one of the most insane Raiders stories ever. Chandler Jones is talking trash on the Raiders, saying he doesn't want to play for the Raiders, saying he does not like Josh McDaniels and general manager Dave Ziegler. There is so much drama in this about the Raiders in a series of social media posts that have now been deleted, but we've recovered them. There's even baby mama drama, like Josh McDaniels talked to his baby mama. What the hell is going on? And I guess Antonio Brown is one of Chandler Jones' heroes, and he wants us all to know that. We're gonna break down exactly what was said, what this means, what happened, and how this can affect week 1 of the regular season for the Raiders. And somehow, Josh McDaniels has pissed another star player off, this time a former New England guy. Remember to like and subscribe for more Raiders content. So this is the critical part here. We're gonna show how we got to this point. How do we get to this point where Chandler Jones is saying that he does not want to play for the Raiders if that's my head coach or GM, Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, but he wants Patrick Graham, Ivy League? Yes, I'm not going to say that. The point is, he likes Patrick Graham, clearly not liking Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. What happened? What the hell happened? Because everything started out great. It starts out 21 hours ago. Chandler Jones buys some Tom Ford glasses for his head coach and GM. They knew me since I was a kid. Good vibes for the season. He's literally saying good vibes, and we know how this ends. And then after that on Instagram, he shares a video of him with Gronk, Devin McCourty, Gerard Mayo, Edelman, some New England guys. That's a key thing to keep in mind. This is a New England guy, Josh McDaniels, finding a way to piss off a Patriots West player. And then 19 hours ago, he's posting Kanye West songs. Everything seems nice. He posts his brother, John Jones, practicing fighting. We know he's a fighter. And he also reposts a fan, and he's talking about how he can't wait to play this year. He's feeling great in practice. Everything seemed positive as of 12 hours ago. What the hell happened? And it continued to be positive for Chandler Jones. He posted a video of him cracking Mac Jones, also posted some more Kanye West lyrics as of 10 hours ago. And then this is where things started to shift. This is where things started to get real funny right here at this critical moment. And this is when he posts that growth is often mistaken for acting funny. And soon enough, Chandler Jones will be acting real funny. So after that growth part, we have an 8-hour gap. That was 10 hours ago. This is 2 hours ago at the time that I'm recording this. And here's where it gets really weird, man. And it just makes me worried about Chandler Jones. Hopefully he's okay. And also worried about Josh McDaniels. What is he doing to piss off just more players, even players that he's paid a lot of money? Keep in mind, Chandler Jones is like the 3rd highest paid player on the Raiders roster. They could not even move on from this guy this year if they wanted to financially. So here's what he says here. He's saying he used to think his idols were crazy. This is in a notebook. We don't know how recent this is. He talks about his twin brother, John Jones, the fighter that we talked about how he was portrayed as an insane animal in the media. And he thought to himself, this is not the guy that I grew up with. And we all see him get crucified in the media. So he's talking about getting crucified in the media, perhaps anticipating getting crucified after his next post that we're going to get into. Talks about Yeezy, Kanye West, Jesus Walks was an inspirational song for him growing up. He talks about how much he loved Kanye West's music and says that he was crucified in the media. And then he lays out 2 people, and that is Antonio Brown, in parentheses, problems with Raiders staff, and Aldon Smith. These are the 2 players right here that he's talking about being vilified in the media. These men were being provoked, and I believe we're afraid to talk about it. But he says they're always put on blast when they overreact, and he's been provoked for 12 years. And here's the last line, and I'm not scared to talk about it anymore. Quote, a strong black man. I am Chandler Jones, not number 55. So this is where it gets kind of crazy. He's not afraid to speak out anymore. They tried to silence other players. They tried to put him on blast and vilify him in the media. And this is where everything is getting absolutely insane in terms of these Instagram posts. And so right after that, this is where it all starts coming. And this is where I just feel like we really need to talk about it and figure out what the hell is going on here. So this is a message that Chandler Jones seems like he sent to Josh McDaniels. Okay, that's what's so crazy about this. These are literally leaked DMs to Josh McDaniels. So this is a screenshot of the text saying, that's not nice, love you anyway. How do you expect me to play this season and I can't even get my GM on the phone? Thanks for that portal. Should I call Josh or will he not pick up either? Why y'all bring me to Vegas to play with me? So this is a screen grab of texts that he sent. And then he sends this screen grab to someone and says, I sent this to your roomie. It's a shame that I am a top athlete with 112 sacks in the NFL and I have to go to a local gym to work out during the season for no apparent reason. This is wild to me, Josh, and you know it. You need to do what's right. So Chandler Jones is telling Josh McDaniels that he needs to do what's right. For some reason, he's not allowed to work out in the Raiders facility and he has to go to his own local gym. And this is what really weirds me out about this, saying I sent this to your roomie. Is he saying he sent this to Josh McDaniels' wife? Like what? Well, I don't know who Josh McDaniels' roomie is, but this is what Chandler Jones said afterwards. Y'all protect me. I'm one of the last realist people left. That's on my soul. Protect me, like he's about to be persecuted or something. And I'm taking my damn shades back, Tom Ford. So he's doing a call back all the way to giving those shades to Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, saying he's taking them back. And then he posts some highlights of him playing in joint practices against the Niners. And this is where it gets more crazy. And this is all in just 1 hour. They won't let me in the building though, trying to provoke. And after that, he says he wants to have a powwow with AB and Alden Smith, who he mentioned earlier in his handwritten note. And then afterwards, he lights the note on fire. It's always love, the one that we just showed earlier. I'm not sure the significance of burning it, but this is a very dramatic series of events. And look, Chandler Jones was not hacked. We know Chandler Jones was not hacked because, well, here's Chandler Jones.
Good. Spirits are high.
So we have him here writing, I can do all things through Christ, a Bible verse on the mirror. This dude is writing on the mirror right now. And it's just like, what? But I mean, at least we know that it's for sure him. You know, we saw him there in video confirming that he's been making these posts. And this is where it gets real crazy. After an hour passed and they had direct contact with my baby mama. And we ain't been together for 5 years. I'm sure he's meaning Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, had contact with his baby mama for some reason. Some lady reporting to her about how I was at work when I don't even talk to her about work. So perhaps a staff member or representative of the Raiders reporting to his baby mama about how he was at work. That has offended Chandler Jones. And Chandler Jones says, how do you know my baby mama? Provoked. So Chandler Jones doesn't even know how the Raiders staff, the Raiders organization knows his baby mama. And they're apparently leaking stuff to his baby mama about how he is at work. And we're going full circle all the way back. F it, I don't want to play for the Raiders if that's my head coach or GM. I want Patrick Graham, Ivy League. So look, all these series of events that we've seen happening so far, there's a huge rift. There's a huge dramatic battle between Chandler Jones, the Raiders, Josh McDaniels, and Dave Ziegler. To me, looks like for whatever reason, they have not allowed him into the facility today. Seems like he was originally happy-go-lucky, buying some glasses for them. Then after that, he got really pissed off. Then it seems like he found out some information about them talking to his baby mama about how he is at work. Perhaps he's been acting odd at work, who knows? But then he has these DMs with Antonio Brown, who's saying, love you, big bro, keep going, no one can stop us. He's saying AM, they almost made me crazy, we too powerful though. I knew we wasn't tripping, AB, is what Chandler Jones is saying. Let's do it, King. Who knows? Are we gonna have a podcast episode between AB and Chandler Jones about all this, how they've been done dirty? Look, I would definitely tune into that. And after this, he just plays a song by Pastor Mike Jr. It's nothing too significant, but here's what I want to say, man. Like, what is Chandler Jones doing here? He's trying to get ahead of something. He's trying to tell us that something is going on, something not right is going on. But I don't think that there's going to be any trade news because I've taken a look at the contract right before talking to you guys here, and there's just no way the Raiders get out of Chandler Jones' contract right now without losing a significant amount of money. The Raiders would eat $24 million in dead money over the next 2 years. They are tied to Chandler Jones for this year for sure. They cannot trade the guy without losing hella cap space, and they're over in cap right now. And sure enough, our lovely Raiders reporters are going to ask Josh McDaniels about this, right? The press conference is coming up, and they're not scared to ask him. Well, you have Vic Tafer of The Athletic saying that the Raiders are not returning calls or texts right now. Stay tuned. We know The Athletic is always on top of all these things, and the Raiders have radio silence. And what is absolutely hilarious is you always know people on Twitter have to make these little comments, make these little jokes. You got somebody saying, did you try his baby mama, Vic? Because apparently the Raiders are talking to his baby mama, so maybe it might be easy to do that. Either way, Raider Nation needs answers from fans, answers from Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, and I want to know the full story. I don't want to just hear the Raiders side of it. I already know they're going to paint this guy, try to make him look crazy, and I don't think this is about a trade because, there's some idea out there, hey, maybe Chandler Jones found out about a trade, he got pissed off, made all these posts. I don't think they're trading him because I don't think they could afford to trade him. We got to figure out what's going on. I'm not just going to vilify Chandler Jones because he was happy-go-lucky heading into the building. What happened? What happened that changed everything for him? This is a New England guy. Yeah, he was with the Cardinals. Originally with New England, he was meant to be a captain on the team. He's one of the highest paid players on the team. He's been fully bought in, hasn't complained once about Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. And this is a red flag, and this is a message to Mark Davis. You got to figure it out at some point. When you got a coach who continues to have problems with players, star players, and pisses them off, makes them say things on social media, this is unusual. Other teams don't have all this bullshit all the time, and you got to think, what's the commonality between all these players and the person they're having an issue with? What's the commonality? Is it just all these players end up not liking Josh McDaniels and it's their fault? I think Josh McDaniels is the problem. For some reason, this guy has issues with players who he's paid highly. What is he doing so wrong to cause such a divide in the locker room? And how are the Raiders supposed to put all this behind themselves and win football games when you got a coach constantly creating messes in the locker room? I don't know. You guys tell me and let me know what you think in the comments below. My name is WiFiWillie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.